Spacey Sims, and we are back with more London Detective Mysteria. Picking up where we last left it off, about to join Holmes and Watson in the search for a cat, and I'm sorry if this text is in red, because that means I read it before. Because I did, like 2 seconds ago. I started recording this part, I got like a minute in, so you'll see, obviously, and that my stupid Elgato capture card decided to be like, oh, no, I can't. Frame rate's dropping, can't play a game. And it's like, it's such a piece of shit, I swear to God. Does this all the fucking time. But it usually does it like when you're loading a game. But this one loads, so most games go in, you load, it plays a little theme music, blah, blah, blah. This one, it just loads so fast that, like, because it's not reading off a card, I guess, and it doesn't have, like, the theme music doesn't play when you do it, so, like, apparently my Elgato capture card just decided a minute into recording it was gonna be like, eh! It's done it before when I'm recording, and I'm like, seriously? Just stop and I have to record over? God. It's usually me, like, right now, rambling for no reason, but this time I actually recorded shit. Anyway. Where we left off? Well, that was a surprise. I didn't expect Her Majesty to ask you for help. Oh, sir, my apologies. Bit rude of me to say something like that to a young lady of your standing, I think. Not at all. Please speak as you normally would. We're close in age, so it's only right. Oh, don't mind if I do then. Besides, I haven't properly introduced myself. My name's William H. Watson. You could call me Watson, Miss... Spacey Whitley. Spacey will do just as well. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Watson. Well, the pleasure's all mine, Spacey. I love how we spelled it. Sorry, it's going to amuse me constantly. Watson gave a broad grin. If you don't mind, I was wondering something before. What rank is House Whitley? I can't imagine the many nobles with close ties to the Queen. I can't imagine that many nobles with close. But it was my mother who was close with her, not me. I was only invited for today's party. Are you distant relatives then? Or representatives of some kind? Goodness, no! How could I possibly be royalty? I'm neither distant nor close. I'm as surprised as you are, even. I wasn't aware of my mother's relationship with Her Majesty. Then, well, why were you in that room? 'Cause you're cute and I followed you. What? No. I was eavesdropping. I didn't plan for this to happen, really. I can't believe I was so on the mark with you. Even a child wouldn't sneak their way into a meeting with Her Royal Highness out of mere curiosity. Holmes, unlike Watson, appeared irritated by the friendly conversation. Well then, if we must, then we must. But don't get in our way. Are we understood, my little princess? Holmes, you can do better than that for a lady. Not to worry, Holmes. I'm stronger than I look. I have the energy of 10 men. That's so, Spacey. Then again, you do seem rather strong for one of the nobility. We first stopped where Chelsea was last seen. This wall is so tall, but I should think it no trouble at all for cats to climb up and take a stroll. Lestrade arrived not much later with someone new at his side. This young woman is the maid who was looking after the cat. I don't remember the voice I gave him, so it's not really that important. Our boyfriendos are the most important, and we'll see if I can keep them straight with the fact that we're... I don't know why I do this to myself. I've thought about this. Why? I was like, God, it's so hard to keep all the voices straight and stuff when I play different games, and it's like, why do I play 3 at once? The hell is fucking wrong with me? It's not like, though, oh, well, we have one every other day, or, you know, and if we just did 1 and put it up every day, we do that. We just put 3 up every single day, because I'm clearly fucking insane, but whatever, you bear with me if the voices aren't right. Thankfully, not one of you, someone's gonna do it now just to irritate me on purpose. Not one of you has ever been like, you know, from the first episode to like this one, your voices have changed. Like, no one's been that much of a dick. Like, you guys are all pretty good about it. If you came for the voices, you don't care as long as I do them, right? As long as I'm not like, it's as he says, I was brushing Chelsea right before she ran off. I chased her after her straight away, of course, but unfortunately lost sight of her before long. Okay, like, some people do. That irks me so much. I'm sorry, I shouldn't complain about other people. Like, if you do you people, but that's so irritating. At least read it with some kind of emphasis. You don't have to do voices. I'm not that great at voices, and I do them anyway, but, like, jeez. Anyway.
It's as he says. I was brushing Chelsea right before she ran off. I chased her after her straight away, of course, but unfortunately lost sight of her before long.
Could you tell us the exact spot you saw her last?
Yes, I'm quite certain it was somewhere around here.
She pointed to a corner of the wall. I see. Let's check for paw prints. Oh, Watson, would you assist me? He looks so... That's like his overjoyed face. He's like, let's go! The cat is on foot. Running through the... I know it's the game is afoot, but the cat is on foot. It's a... I laugh at myself. Shut up. Coming. We should look for clues as well. Please do. We'll check to the east side, so we'll leave the other side to you, Inspector. I'll be on the watch for white hair scattered about. Give it your best now. Oh, I will. They used to call me the Hound, I'll have you know. Whatever needs finding, I shall be the man to discover it. Pats Lestrade on the head. Oh, you're cute. Anyway, Inspector Lestrade and his officers were then off towards the west. Now then, let's find ourselves a cat. The yard certainly won't, so we don't have a choice in the matter. Oh, why do you think that? Look here. Holmes pointed to the ground. It was covered in human footprints, and between them all was a shimmering something. He bent down to pick it up. That's it, isn't it? It's a bit dirty, but I've little doubt. This is Diaspore. I've never seen the gemstone in person, but to my knowledge it's an... Hold on. Orthorhombic stone. It's an orthorhombic stone. I was like, how in the world? You gotta break it out. Like, you know, like orthorhombic stone. Something like that. Anyway. I'm sure that's not how you say it, but I'm not a gemologist, so... Mostly clear, but possessing a slight yellow hue. Its primary crystalline structure is... Your lectures are, as always, stimulating to the mind. But for now, we'd better focus on the cat. See this? More paw prints. Next, Holmes pointed from the ledge and traced downwards. There aren't any others since yesterday's rain washed them away, yes? Then Chelsea's would be easier to find. Do you think she jumped over the wall from here? Cats can jump rather extraordinary heights, true. But not that high. It's more natural to think she climbed this tree first before jumping over. The logic was sound. The trail ended before the tree at the wall. Look at that! It's exactly as you suspected. But Holmes, there's a chance these belong to another cat, isn't there? London does have its strays. Doubtful. If I may direct your attention here. Outside the wall, there are no trees to climb for security purposes. That makes identifying these paw prints a simple task. Very clever, my dear friend. So if we follow these... This way, Watson. Look at his face. He's adorable. Like, this way, Watson. I love chasing cats. All right. Come on, Spacey. Watch your step now. Wait. Am I literally climbing a tree here? A rude awakening was waiting upon my first step. Oh, my lady. So this is where you've been. Pendleton! Do you know how frightfully worried I was when I couldn't find you? Come, I shall escort you back to the party. Now. And what happened to your dress? It's been soiled with dirt. I'll have that cleaned before we return. How are you going to clean my fucking dress before we get back to the palace, which is like 5 feet away? Forgive me, Pendleton, but I'm truly busy, and with good reason. Oh, busy. I should think climbing trees and running around behind my back does not constitute as busy. I suppose there is a bit of truth to that. My lady, I must drag you back kicking. Must I drag you back kicking and screaming? Please? Why can't we date our butler? Like, seriously? Oh my god. Must I again inform you? At this rate, Pendleton would be content to scold me for hours. I opened my mouth without a second thought. Pendleton, I spoke with Her Majesty. Excuse me? My lady, I hope you don't think me so naive as to believe your tall tales. I'm not lying. She asked me if I was the daughter of Olivia Whitley. She knew Mother as well, it seems. Her Majesty knew Lady Olivia.
Yes, I cannot explain everything, but she did ask me for my help. She really did. Pendleton, please, let me go. I wish to help her. I begged, and with begging came the hind-sighted pang that I may have played one too many tricks in the past for him to be convinced.
Very well, you may go.
Really? I couldn't believe it at first. He was letting me go?
I had barely explained my reasoning.
No objections whatsoever. You believe me when I say Her Majesty asked me for help?
You would prefer I doubt you? Well, if I must, then I fear I simply cannot believe you. Starting now, I've dedicated every fiber of my being to disbelief.
No, don't do that. That isn't what I meant.
And then I'm uncertain what the problem is. And do what you must, my lady.
Thank you. And I do hope you aren't disappointed. I know you spared no effort for today.
You needn't concern yourself. And now don't you have something important to carry out? I can't think of anyone foolish enough to dally on a request from Her Majesty.
Bless you, Pendleton. And I should like to ask a favor of you. Would you mind?
I am always at your service. He's like, I'm your fucking butler. I have to do what you say. I'm getting paid.
I don't know if this will work, but...
The end.
Please wait! I rushed to catch up to the boys. Watson looked around, unsure of where my voice was coming from, before smiling when he saw me.
Spacey, where were you? I was worried after you disappeared. Noticed you didn't come looking for me, though.
I'm terribly sorry about that. I had to let my butler know what I was doing.
Butler? I suppose anyone invited to a party as fancy as that would have a butler or two.
No, we have like 12 and 14 maids and like a cook and a chef and this and that. And there's listening, and he's like,
I have to make my own grilled cheese. Sad.
For the briefest moment, it felt as though he saw me by my class.
Right then. And this way, she must be on her way to Hyde Park.
Watson and I followed so as not to be left behind.
We're lucky that Hyde Park is so open compared to the rest of the city. Hardly any blind spots for us to overlook. And now here's a clue. And this insect's carcass looks to have been damaged by some sharp claws. A cat, I would guess. But it's most likely the work of a stray, isn't it?
Okay, Watson, you should know better by now. What happened? Why are you wearing a bandage? Oh, is that how you're going to pick up a man? It's not 1958 yet. You can't do that.
You ever see this? Oh, was going around on Facebook for the longest time. Probably still is. Like, it was an article in like a magazine, like back in the 50s, like how to get a man. And like, literally, like, we were laughing hysterically over Christmas because my sister had read it. And like, I read it and like, she had sent me one time, like, because my dad was an engineer. So one of the things is like, get yourself an easel and paint outside of engineering school. So my sister had sent it to me and was like, you think mom, like, that's how mom got dad? Like, yeah, okay. And there's all these other things in there. It's so funny. But like, one of them is like, wear a Band-Aid. They'll be sure to ask what happened. Like, okay. Wow. Times were simple back in 1958. Like, one of them was accidentally spill your purse. Yeah, okay, because I'm like, well, my God, this is how MCs are written in all of these Otome romance games, is based off that article, right? Or cry in a corner, he'll be sure to come over and ask what's wrong. Okay, that's a surefire way to get people to run the fuck away from you now. Like, I cry in the corner all the time. Nobody asks if I'm okay. They just leave me there and understand it's because I'm at work. Like, I mean, oh, it's so funny. Oh, but the Band-Aid just reminded me of that. Like, but wear a Band-Aid. He'll be sure to ask what happened. Like, okay. Okay. Something to that effect, but it's just fucking hilarious. Anyway, I know. The strays in London are natural hunters that can take down their prey quickly. This particular cat had a hard time of it. Oh, she couldn't take down a bug. That's cute. One can deduce, then, that it's not used to hunting.
Which points only to Chelsea.
I would say so, yes. It hasn't been long since she escaped, but she must be aware we're out searching for her. Holmes looks at you. Watson, cats don't give a fuck.
Watson muttered whilst tracking Chelsea's steps. What makes you think that?
Even if a pet's been kept his entire life, and the moment it steps outside, instinct kicks in. That and a cat's hearing is 4 times out of a human's. Chelsea has had to have heard us following her. Anyway, you know what Timmy's saying. Hey, just wait. You know a lot about animals, Watson. You noticed? I do rather like them, and they seem just as fond of. It just means we need to take care not to disturb her. Let's move on. Without another word, Holmes swiftly left us. Wait, there it is again. He doesn't have to sulk every time. Is he? I didn't notice anything different. That, and I couldn't recall anything we said that would bother him. You'll see what I mean after some more time with him. Now, let's follow him. All right. Holmes advanced and ruminated, mindful of nothing as a whole. Okay, wow, okay. I get what they're saying here, but I am just not reading this right. Okay. Holmes advanced and ruminated, mindful of nothing as a whole, while being simultaneously very observant of everything, until the trail was disrupted by scattered, muddy patterns of paw prints. They're over here too, but look at them. I can't find a single proper trail leading anywhere. With how sporadic these steps are, it's impossible for her to run at top speed. She must be stopping and going at random. She's not panicky, she's probably playing. We are far behind. And the steps face toward the north end of the park. You're right. Let's see if she's over there. Before that, I wish to expand upon Watson's unparalleled knowledge of felines. It was the same clipped tone he used before moving ahead. He's just jealous that we were like, wow, Watson, I'm impressed. He's like, you're not impressed by me. No, you know everything. It's impressive when this idiot knows anything. Just kidding. Come off it, Holmes. No harm in me showing off a bit. You don't have to steal my thunder each and every time. Aw, poor Watson. Steal your thunder, you say? Huh, how queer. Is that what you call tripping over yourself to please a simpleton like her? The retort was so natural that I almost didn't understand what he said. Almost. That's just awful! Me, a simpleton? You kind of look like it the way they drew your fucking eyes. And what's this about you tripping myself? We both know I'm a lot better on my feet than you. Stop talking over each other all at once. It's getting on my nerves. He forced past the issue he started. I don't know why this one's so, it's like, Jesus, I don't know why I can't read today. I think my brain is broken. Anyway, he forced past the issue he started by returning to the mystery at hand, the insult already long gone from his mind. It's believed that just 1 year for a cat is equivalent to 17 human years. Then Chelsea would be close to our own ages. Even so, cat's intelligence is only at the level of a 2 or 3-year-old's, right? So she couldn't outsmart us. Cats, yes, they can. Most would think that, and yet it's very much possible. Why, you ask? No, we didn't, but okay. Cats are skilled hunters with both keen instincts and exceptionally capable builds. At any time, we could be thrown off of her trail. So stay focused. We'll need all of our wits about us if we hope to find her before it's too late. It was a tone of indifference that spoke of routine work, but there was something else as well, an urgency that was overshadowed by his lack of expression. Not to worry, Holmes. If worse comes to worse, I'll grab her tail and... How could you, Watson? You shouldn't grab the poor thing's tail. It's one thing to set about a scoundrel during a fight, but you ought to reconsider hurting the Queen's cat. You do have a point. Don't know what I was thinking. Watson stood there, sleeves rolled up, ready to go on the offensive before Holmes and I stopped him. As he let his arms drop in defeat, Holmes's attention shifted. Watson was quick to notice. Wait, I see. Now it all makes sense. What is it, Holmes? Look, the paw prints disappear right here. After that, nothing. I looked where he pointed. You're right, but where did she go? There isn't a tree she can climb close by. Even if she could jump a long distance, I don't see any sort of gap between prints. What do you make of it, Holmes? She's invisible!
What the fuck? Why would a cat do that? This is crazy. Now you just lost me.
She backtracked, went backwards by following the very path she created. You're saying she's carefully stepping into every one of her own paw prints? Backwards? Can a cat do something so precise?
It sounds crazy.
If what's illustrated here is to be believed, yes. And once done, she can continue somewhere that would disguise her whereabouts better, like a patch of grass. It is but one of many tactics an animal will use to escape its predators.
Do animals actually do that? Because that sounds crazy. That sounds something that like even people wouldn't think to do, and an animal's like did it. Like she's walking backwards and then jumps into grass and runs away. I mean, fuck.
Chelsea is a pet, but when push comes to shove, even she can draw from her natural feline instincts to deceive her adversaries. She must have wanted to get away at any cost. I didn't think anyone could hate Her Majesty so much.
I think hate is a strong word for it. She's simply not the most attached yet.
Not that your interpretation is of any importance. A cold truth is that Chelsea ran away from the Queen.
At least the truth wasn't as cold as Holmes.
Look at how intense he is. It matters not if she hates the Queen. The point I'm making is, all living things will act on their natural instincts the moment the situation calls for it. Much like this.
Holmes suddenly had his oncoming fist mere centimeters from my nose. I stepped back before he could strike.
Yeah, game's on. Yeah. Who's the idiot now? You'd have swung at me and punched me in the face, and I would have been like, what the hell just happened? Why did you hit me? Like, what on earth? Holmes, you can't do that to a girl. Slow-witted as she is, she moved without a second thought to avoid the danger.
I see your point. I wasn't thinking much at all when I moved. And you say Chelsea would adopt those same instincts?
No, Spacey. You're too sweet for your own good. Point proven, yes, but you nearly hit a young lady in the process. You won't be earning high marks for chivalry anytime soon. Experience is the best teacher, and the two of you should be thanking me. If it helps you sleep at night.
Watson heaved a heavy sigh.
In any case, cats are capable of speeds up to 50 kilometers per hour.
I think it's funny that they're friends. Like, yes, okay, we understand how Holmes and Watson, the original Holmes and Watson, like, ended up together. It was like by chance, and then mayhem ensued. You know what I mean? The friendliness ensued, like whatever. But like these two, what on earth? It's like, well, I mean, our parent, I guess. Like,
quite a bit faster than the world record for humans, which means we can never beat them. Think, Holmes. There must be a way. What have I missed?
For the first time, his face was pinched visibly with frustration. Do you have a can of tuna on you? I'm just saying!
Where did she jump from? And where did she land? If it were on dead leaves, there would, of course, be no trail to follow. We cannot simply retrace our steps and hope to stumble upon something. That gives her too much time to escape. What should we do? Holmes.
Holmes, Watson, do you two have a moment? I gingerly spoke to avoid further irritating him. I can't say for certain if this will work, but I have an idea.
Really, Spacey? Out with it.
What if we were to call out to her? Bring her to us?
Miss Whitley, what are you going on about?
Ah, there he is. He's just arrived. Over here, Pendleton. The sound of a carriage rattled from behind us.
My lady, I apologize for keeping you.
He quickly stepped down from the carriage. Pendleton, were you able to find any? Look at his goddamn hair.
I love it. It's just like billowing behind him. He's just standing there. He's like, are you moving? No.
I mean, Watson's kind of does it, but his is kind of more glorious. But
indeed I was. I brought as much as I could carry.
Thank you. If you would then, please light them.
Right away, my lady.
Pendleton went to work burning the plant. Is it catnip?
I don't understand. Is this part of your plan?
These are silver vines. They're plants one would find in Asia. I asked Pendleton to cut some stem off the ones we grow in our garden.
Is that all right? To snip away at one of your precious plants?
A merchant from the east presented them to me, but this is an emergency. No time to fret over such things, plus you need to prune some plants. So. The stem and leaves caught fire one by one, and a stream of smoke billowed.
Are you daft? You can't burn anything in the park, plants or otherwise. It's prohibited.
With circumstances as they are, you will have to forgive me. Pendleton kept burning at a steady pace to keep the fire under his control. My hopes were soon rewarded when, slowly, a curious cat approached from a nearby bush. It mewed as it edged closer, entranced by the rising smoke.
What on... Wait. This is...
Why is the Siamese cat spotted like that? Look at his look. He's like,
Kitty. He's like, how dare you? And she's like,
yay, kitty! Now you see, the aroma this plant gives off attracts cats. Its scientific name is... cat powder. Okay, it's... Actinidia? Polygama? Anyway, but most know it better as cat powder. It's a favorite of theirs, in fact. They can't get enough of the smell. It's like catnip.
Would you look at that? The cats are coming from all directions.
Oh, thank God it worked. I didn't know if it would, but I'm being honest. I didn't know if it would if I'm being honest. I only heard that it's particularly effective against male cats. Let's hope Chelsea is the exception. Gentle mewing could be heard here and there. As time passed, however, gentle turned into empathetic, and here and there turned into everywhere. Then, to our astoundment, the situation took an even more unusual turn.
What's wrong with them? Is this normal?
Oh, okay, it's just a random cat that he's holding it for. And then, I didn't notice this one over here.
They're dancing like they've gone mad. What is this?
Well, the plant's very effective at attracting cats, but its scent has the same effect on them as alcohol does on humans. Yes, so it's catnip. They're drunk, so to speak.
How about that? So that's why they're so loose and rolling around.
Watson picked up a cat affectionately rubbing against his legs. It'll take time, but they'll be sober again soon enough.
And now we have an entirely new conundrum on our hands. If we find Chelsea now, she'll be in no condition to attend the ceremony.
Actually, she will be, because she'll be playful and more friendly. Holmes tried to pet a cat also, but it rejected him in favor of Watson. Oh.
Shh. Did you consider what would happen in the event we presented a drunken cat to the Queen?
It's all right. Once we spot Chelsea, we'll extinguish the fire and take her away from here. And that way we'll have caught her, and she'll only be a touch drunk.
Hopefully.
And if we fail? Let's not worry about the ifs and or buts until we've tried and tried again. Now's the time to focus on finding and catching her. As a last resort, do I have your permission to use a sedative? If that's our very last option, then yes, I'll allow it.
And who exactly is allowing you to allow that in the first place?
You know, Holmes, you would do well to keep quiet every now and again. You would do well to keep quiet every now and again.
You're the one who needs to keep quiet. Oh, look there. Doesn't that Siamese have a gold collar with a jewel?
Watson was the first to see the new cat approaching.
A gold collar and a white tail. That must be Chelsea.
We did it! Here, kitty kitty, this way! Chelsea was staggering, but she was too tempted by the smell in the air to resist. I carefully opened my arms so as not to frighten her and caught her. Got you, Chelsea. Meow! Meow! T, you had us worried, you naughty girl.
We really did it. And we got the collar back to boot.
More and more cats were poking their heads from bushes and hiding places, completely surrounding us. Oh, let's return to the palace. I pray we're in time for the ceremony. We met with the inspector, who was coming from the opposite end of the park.
What are you doing over here?
He was at a loss by the sight of burning plants and the mass invasion of cats. He stared, eyes and mouth wide open. I'd have just opened a can of tuna. Just like. Thankfully, what caught him most was the cat nestled in my arms.
There she is. Good man. Did you really catch Chelsea?
Yes, as you can plainly see.
Ahem!
To be precise, she would be the one who caught the cat. He pouted as he forced the confession. Thank you.
But he's like, the look on his eyes, we have to cover his mouth, right? Is like, ugh. But then the mouth, his little smirk. There's like a little like, she got it, and I'm so proud of you and turned on right now.
I'm just reading into everything.
Not so. She really is something. Well, no time to waste. Let's return her to Her Majesty straight away.
And then, Pendleton, we'd best be on our way.
Of course. I'm dreadfully sorry to ask this of Scotland Yard, but would you be willing to put out the fire?
Yes, sir. Would be our pleasure to handle it. Salute to Chelsea.
All the officers present rushed before the carriage to give a proper salute. It feels nice to have Scotland Yard saluting us, doesn't it?
I'm afraid that would be for the royal cat, not for you.
I know that. I wasn't letting it go to my head. We set off in the carriage. The entire time, Chelsea was more than happy to stay curled in my lap. Okay.
She was certainly a funny one, wasn't she?
I don't care. The case has been solved. It's time to go home.
Home? What about the party? You don't want to see the ceremony?
If you want to go, then you may do so alone. We were consulted and the cat was caught. Nothing else matters.
No need to be so curt, my dear friend. But I have to wonder, is she really a girl of the nobility? I never got that impression when we were with her. Oh, mysteries!
Well, she looks as vacant as the next, but with such a frightfully aggressive personality. I'll give you that she's far from an ordinary noblewoman. Do you suppose she was brought up training in the mountains?
Holmes, I mean, she doesn't have that air of being better than us. She's kind. She wasn't concerned with formalities. They said that we could speak as we like with her. And it helps that she's so pretty, too.
Look at you. You've been bewitched by those innocent doe eyes, haven't you? Doe eyes? Oh my god, I'm sorry. No, my eyes are way too big for my face. Don't even.
Me? Bewitched?
Those are doe eyes, right there. That's the kind of eyes that we should have. Like that. Like, here's my giant eyes and look cute and adorable without being creepy as fuck. I don't know why they can't do that. I've changed my mind. Oh, we shall go back to Buckingham Palace. I'm curious to see if she's nibbling away at the food as we speak.
Well, wait now, Holmes!
It brings me great pleasure to see you all gathered here today. May our fair British Empire be forever blessed. And may we take this opportunity to deepen relations with our loved ones.
The ceremony had already started by the time we arrived. The figure of Her Majesty, smiling in all her natural grace, lighted the entire room. The band carried on with the same energy, playing a jovial tune whilst the crowd applauded to her speech. Her Majesty's wandering eyes then found me among the guests. I was being escorted by Scotland Yard. Her wonderful smile broadened.
Now, if I may, I should like to introduce a very pretty friend of mine.
I took a deep, deep breath and apprehensively stepped onto the stage with Chelsea. Your Majesty, we've brought Chelsea home to you. You shouldn't say that on stage.
I was right to have faith in you. Thank you, Spacey.
Chelsea looks like she's... Ah! She winked playfully, then held Chelsea before the King of Siam. He merely observed her at first, but soon his eyes narrowed in approval, and he stroked Chelsea's fur with the tenderness of one caring for his own.
Siamese are akin to walking jewels to my people. It has become clear to me today that Chelsea has been raised with all the love you have in your heart to give, and it is thanks to your love that she has become the happiest, most striking jewel in the world. Your Majesty, Queen Victoria, may both our countries achieve eternal friendship and prosperity.
They are my dearest hopes as well.
Her Majesty took the hand of the king, and the guests erupted in applause. The golden color on Chelsea's neck shimmered with all the purity of a years-long bond. Today would be a day to remember, both for myself and for relations between our two countries. Meow! Oops! I forgot. Chelsea's still intoxicated. Poor thing's lost all focus. And nothing will happen, will it? The guests shouldn't be able to tell the difference when they're so far away. I hope. It's a cat. I mean, it's a fucking cat. No one's gonna know. Oh, what a mess. It's painfully obvious something is wrong with the thing. Huh? Really? I can't tell from here. I can't watch this anymore. She's worse off than some drunkard at a pub. We ought to pray the king has poor eyesight. Details, details. Chelsea is safe, and that's the best we can ask for. That may be so, but I would have preferred a more elegant method of ensuring her safety. Her methods must have intrigued you at the very least. You wouldn't have come back here otherwise. Did you say something? Heh, not a word. I heard from the palace the very next day. Look, Pendleton, there's an article about yesterday's party. He's so fucking precious. I love him to death. See, here she's cute with her giant eyes. Like, I'm okay with that. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Every time she touched her necklace, I was like, it looks like a fucking bee, right? It is. It's a goddamn bee. So why would the House of Whitley have a bee for a fucking emblem? I don't understand that. I know the one. I read it this morning. You must be very pleased to have made it in that photograph. I am, but I'm a little embarrassed too in a way. As so many people are going to read this, and the photo is massive. It certainly is. I was right to lace your corset tighter than usual. Not that again! You make it sound as if I've lost my figure entirely. We ought to clip and cherish this as your most precious memory. Also, why is he the one tying her corset? She's like a teenage girl? And she should have a lady's maid to do that for her, not hot-ass butler over here. So I'm just saying. Suspicious. And now you make it sound as if my life will only get worse from here. Ah, that's right. My lady, a messenger of the royal families came here to deliver this letter to you. From the royal family? Can you read it aloud? It would be my pleasure. Dear Spacey Whitley, I must thank you once more for finding my dearest Chelsea, but beyond thanks, I feel the need to further express my gratitude. If time allows it, please come to Buckingham Palace at 3 o'clock today. Her Majesty, the Queen Victoria. That is a lot of motherfucking letters and words for that simple sentence. Oh my, do you see this? Shall I go? Naturally you shall. I'll have the carriage readied immediately. I'd hoped you would come, Spacey. Oh, I would never turn it down. I have heard the details regarding yesterday from Scotland Yard. Chelsea is home, and now that the ceremony is behind us, I wish to personally recognize your role in bringing her back to me. Again, you have my heartfelt thanks. Not at all. It was an honor to be of service, Your Majesty. And with that said, it pleases me to present you, Spacey, this recommendation letter to Harrington Academy. Do pay the headmaster a visit if circumstances permit. She's like, I don't want to go. What? I was taken aback by her words. I never expected anything like this. And that's where we meet all of our boyfriendos? The Harrington Academy? Why, the only one that comes to mind is known for its detectives from all across the country. Indeed, that would be the one. But I must object. I've never thought of myself as a detective, and it would surely raise a scandal for a lady to attend a private school. Oh no, girl, we need to go. Girl, we need to go. It's going to be us and a bunch of hot boys. Smart ones at that, yes. Would it? They are few in number, but there are other ladies in attendance. Oh, well, that's disappointing, but whatever. Despite my doubts, Her Majesty smiled and not falter. In truth, I believe it will soon become commonplace for women to attend school and guide their own futures as like the bitches see the future. But I've been living in the countryside until now. I can't say I know the ways of the world as a student would. I've learned a variety of subjects from my butler and studied those as necessary, but I've never been to a school. Can I really attend school?
It is my earnest wish that you do. Your mother was once granted the same opportunity as it happens. Truly? My mother was a student? Indeed. She was bright, but ever so humble. Teachers and schoolmates alike adored her. I would always come to her when I felt troubled, and never once did she hesitate to extend her hand to me. I had no idea of any of this. I'm still in shock you knew Mother so well. If I may, permit me to gift you this ring. Both my name and yours are engraved along its inner band. As she handed the ring to me, I couldn't help but be captivated by its brilliant polish. Forgive me for asking, but is this your Majesty's? I've heard those who possess it are recognized as detectives under your name, but I've never seen it before. Never? Oh, but I'm almost certain you've seen it before. Have I? You will know the answer in time. For now, remember that with this ring, all doors in London will be open to you, and all assistance at your fingertips. I gave the same ring to Holmes Jr. He has also become one of my most trusted detectives. Deservedly so, I would say. And there are more young detectives with this ring still at the academy. It warms my soul to see you now among them. I'm honored beyond words. Thank you. I squeezed the ring tightly in the palm of my hand. I couldn't bear the thought of losing it. I do fear I've yet to truly earn this wonderful gift, but that motivates me to feel worthy all the more. You needn't be so nervous, Spacey. You have ambition, creativity, and flexibility, all the makings of a detective. The only thing left to do is help those who would depend on your wit and courage. My faith is yours to keep. Thank you dearly, Your Majesty. I won't let you down. I swear it. I picked up my skirt and curtsied. An unexpected mystery I stumbled upon paved way to meeting new, exciting people and opportunities. This would be the start of my days at the prestigious Harrington Academy. Her Majesty's ring. Darling debut! A symbol of being granted the role of detective by none other than Her Majesty the Queen. The end. Wow, guys, that was so good. Yeah, I can't wait for the second game to come out. The end. Whitley in Wonderland. I like that. To be continued. So that was just the prologue, and this is chapter 1. Okay. Well then, my lady. Due wholly to Her Majesty's generosity, you've been officially enrolled in Harrington Academy. It pains me to admit that I still harbor reservations. Until now, you have been entirely dependent upon me, so I worry how you'll excel as a proper woman on your own. Pardon, you have more to shoulder now than displays of elegance. You must show the markings of the makings of a detective. This is, of course, in addition to your role as heir of House Whitley. Allow me to test you with some questions to ensure you're equipped with everything you may need. Oh fuck, I hope I don't have to actually answer these. But before that, I have something to explain in regards to solving future cases. I should hope that you make great use of it during your investigations. Is this like a tutorial right now? And this is called the Detective Diary. Okay, I'm using a PS controller, so that's not helpful. I'm assuming that's either the options or the share menu. I'm assuming it's not the PS button, but over the course of your no, because the PS button would minimize the game, so no. Over the course of your investigations, you will hear a variety of testimonies, and the detective diary may be used to record them. I urge you to note any testimony you find out of place, even if it's only minorly suspect. I'm assuming it's going to automatically go there? Some may prove to be false leads, yes, but you never know when one of them could lead to a breakthrough. Sift through your notes. Question innocuities. Turn a case on its head. These are the keys to sharpening your senses over the course of your investigations. I believe that's everything. My lady, would you like me to explain again? Do I need him to repeat himself? No. Oh my god, it ticks? It gives you a time limit to answering? Oh fuck, that sucks. I'm pleased to hear it. I expect you'll make thorough use of any of my advice from here on. And Next, I'd like to test your skills of observation. By the by, now would be an excellent time to make use of the detective diary.
First question. Fuck. I'm gonna fail, guys.
The police receive eyewitness reports in regards to a murder. There are 2 witnesses, however, they only saw the criminal's back. The first testimony is as follows.
He had blonde hair and wore a white shirt paired with a moss green coat. He also happened to have a beautiful gold ring on his right hand. How would you have seen the ring if you were behind him?
And this is the second testimony.
He had long hair as well as a tight, worn red tie. And since he walked rhythmically and had excellent posture, it's possible he's a well-trained soldier. How did you see his tie, again, if you were behind him?
If it isn't clear enough already, one of these testimonies is false. You know who the liar is, don't you? I would say B.
Actually, both of them. It was probably both of them. Oh, okay. I was like, hey, saw the ring on his right hand. But I guess if you're walking behind someone, you know, depending on how you move your hand, you could have seen the ring. But, like, how could you have seen the tie if you were behind him?
And that's correct. It is most suspicious that witness B knows the color of the criminal's tie and how they wore it despite only seeing their back. And this is an excellent start. Let's move on to the next question.
Let's not. Fuck.
Dying messages and final testaments found at crime scenes are often powerful clues in investigations. As a detective, you must know how to properly distinguish handwriting, which brings us to here. I currently have three handwritten papers on my person. However, one of them was written by a different hand. The first one, because...
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Yeah, the first one, because the 4s... The 5s are different. These numbers all kind of look the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the 2s are closer in this one. The 3s and the 4... Like, the 4 is like the same. This is totally different. Anyway.
My lady, you know what I'm about to ask, don't you? Which paper was written by a different hand?
Brilliant! That is correct. Oh, I'm so glad these are easy.
And there are times when you must know the answer at the very moment. In the future, take care to always observe your surroundings closely. It's time for the third question. This is the last one I have to test your skills of observation. No matter what I say, there is but one correct answer. One. Bear that in mind when choosing.
I feel like this is a trick question now.
There was once a nobleman who owned 8 precious gems.
1.
Sadly, a number of these gems were stolen from his mansion. Scotland Yard investigated the incident before making 3 arrests. According to the trio of thieves, they just happened to have pilfered the gems separately on the same day. That doesn't sound logical. Upon being asked how many gems were pilfered, they first proudly proclaimed,
I was the first to steal the gems. Got myself 4 of them.
Our second thief insisted,
I stole half the number of gems the third thief stole.
And our last thief stuttered,
The first thief made off with twice the amount I did.
They already told you the answer. The first thief made off with 4. That's twice the amount of 2. I made half the amount of the third, so 1. There's only 1. It's like they told you.
How many gems are left?
Oh, how many gems are left in the mansion? Oh, well, the first one got 4. 1. The answer is 1. Oh my god. Wow, that's actually funny. Because if the first one got 4, the third one got half the amount of the first guy, and then the other one got half the amount. Yeah. I haven't the foggiest.
Splendid, my lady.
I like how he's like, there's only 1 right answer. 1.
There's only 1 right answer.
Okay. 1. Like, come on. Let me actually have had a guess at that before. I mean, logically, it's not that hard, but still.
It would have been possible to reach the answer using simple arithmetic, of course. Or you could have listened for my hint, which you most certainly did. There is but 1 correct answer. 1.
Yeah, well, I did both, but like, come on.
It's as important to mind the words of your allies as it is your suspects.
Okay, so that was the test. It was like you won. You just gave us the answer, didn't you? No, it is one. Oh, he did give us the answer. The observational part of the test is complete. Part of the What the fuck is that? You answered every question correctly. I'm very pleased. What's this? That's not. Okay, so this is the diary. Okay, so I figured out which one's the diary. Anyway. My lady, keep this up, and no matter how subtle the evidence or underlying message in a testimony, you will surely notice it. What you doing? Sorry, buddy. What you doing? Just know that no amount of evidence is worth risking your safety. Observe when it is too much to handle alone, for there is no greater reward in a case than to still draw breath by the end of it. Oh, what the fuck? Now I have 2 more questions which test your resolve as a detective. Let's begin. First question. Fuck! Pendleton, fuck you! This is a hypothetical situation, but I wish for you to apply this scenario to yourself. Is there no right or wrong answer? You're taking a stroll in London when you discover a £10 note on the ground. You picked it up, but there's a starving child crouching before you. He is dreadfully thin and wearing filthy clothes, and there are holes in his shoes. You might imagine the boy to be from the slums. Judging by how he's alone and can hardly move, he is an orphan and is severely malnourished. You're trying to make us feel bad. That £10 note you found is nearly the same amount of money a maid can earn in 1 month's time. You might be able to save the child and help give him a better life with this £10 note. At the same time, you also have a duty to deliver this money to Scotland Yard. Surely the one who lost it must be looking for it, no? Okay, I'm just gonna sit there and just... Okay, I know times are different, but in modern society, I lost $10. I'm gonna go to the police because someone's gonna... Nope, that money's gone, bitch. It's gone. Too bad. Tell me, what would you do in this case? What would I do with £10? I'm conflicted. A natural response. You are both kind and responsible, so it's a little wonder you cannot choose. Because, yes, you should find the person that owns it, but at the same time, what if that person did... Because, yes, it could be a poor person. It could be like a maid. It's a maid's pay, and it's her 1 month pay. I would be sad if I lost 1 month's pay. You know what I'm saying? But, anyway. Still, you may find yourself worse off if you can't make that decision in an emergency. Don't judge me, Pendleton. A detective must be confident in their decisions, my lady. Now, this is the last question I have. Are you ready? I'm assuming it's really just you're going to get a different response from him depending on what you ask or say. This, too, is a hypothetical situation. You have someone you love with all your heart, but he has committed murder. His motivation stemmed from vengeance, as his mother and father were murdered when he was a child. Is this foreshadowing, Pendleton? You know how difficult his life has been, and you know he's had to live that life alone. Then he beseeches you, let us flee the country and live together. Should you choose to flee, you will be regarded as an accessory. You will never be able to return home again. You will never be able to see your friends again. And if you suggest he turn himself into the police, he'll be charged with homicide and executed. You will never see him again. What will you do? I'm sorry, but... You've chosen follow the path of the law, even if it means losing the one you hold most dear. I admire you. You are more than prepared to solve any number of cases that would fall at your feet. And that's everything I wanted to ask. I know it's not the same voice I was giving. I don't know what happened to him, but anyway. With this, congratulations are in order. You've passed your first true test. I don't like the ticking clock. I don't like the tick, 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 tick. I don't like it. It stresses me out and makes me freak out more. I'll be eagerly watching your development in Harrington Academy henceforth. Just take care not to get too carried away. Stay sharp, my lady, no matter the circumstances. This is probably going to be a good place to wrap it up. Yeah. Why did he give it? Now why is he here? I'm confused. Anyway, but I know it's a little under time, but I'm going to wrap it up here just so you know. Anyway, but yeah. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.